Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this last-minute documentary celebrating the incredible life of Chloe Taylor, a remarkable young woman who is about to embark on a new chapter of her life. Join us as we delve into her experiences, triumphs, and the support of her loved ones as she graduates from high school and sets her sights on college. Get ready to be inspired by the story of Chloe Taylor, a journey to success. Chloe Taylor's story begins with her humble origins. Born on August 3, 2005 in Toledo, Ohio, Chloe was raised in a loving and supportive family environment. Let's hear from Chloe's relatives about her early years.
Chloe has always been interested in becoming a doctor. Ever since I read her the story of little Sonia Lee goes to the doctor when she was 2. Ever since then, she had made it up in her mind that she wanted to become a doctor. Chloe's challenges in her formative years have always been being able to fit in with some of the other kids. Because of the school that we enrolled her into was predominantly white. Chloe was either maybe one of 2 or 3 other African American students, or in some cases the only one. So just trying to fit in with the other kids and just being herself was always a challenge. And what she did to overcome them was we involved her in African American clubs, so that way she can be proud of her heritage and be comfortable in her own skin. So how she overcame it was basically, that's something that she's still working on. I know that she's pretty happy with her own, being in her own skin. I think TikTok has helped a lot because she can look on some of those TikTok videos and see other girls that look like her and see how comfortable they are being, African American, being a little thicker than everyone else, being a little darker than everyone else, and how cute they are, how beautiful they are, and how they feel so confident in themselves, and it just made her start to look at herself differently and feel better about herself. Chloe always had a strong personal drive. She's always wanted to be, she always presented herself as someone that's older and more mature than her actual age. And I think that's because she's the youngest, so she always wanted to be more of a peer with her older brother and sisters. And with her dad and I both being former military, and we both have master's degrees, I think she wanted to follow in our footsteps. Chloe has a strong drive, and she has a perfectionist type of mentality. So she wants to be the best, and she wants to achieve whatever goal she sets. The sacrifices that my husband and I made was we've put her in private schools. She's been in private schools since she was 3 years old, in preschool. Because she wanted to become a doctor, we wanted to make sure she had everything she needed to become a doctor. Now, I know at age 2, you don't make final decisions about your career, but I wanted to make sure that she had all the resources and the education, the skills and everything that was necessary to become a doctor. And if she changed her mind and wanted to become something else, that's fine. But her dad and I made a lot of sacrifices. Private school was very expensive. We've taken on additional jobs, but we made sure that her education came first, and we didn't care what it took. We wanted to make sure that she was able to become whatever she wanted to become.
Well, since Chloe was about 3 years old, she's wanted to be a doctor. We used to play surgical apps. I remember doing one called finger surgery, where you could just move your finger along the app and do surgeries. And we did games like that, and she always enjoyed that. But yes, after a while, she wanted to do different things. Like, I remember she went through a phase where she was very into dermatology, and she watched Dr. Pimple Popper. She was really into that. Then when she started doing STEM courses, and because her mother's an engineer, she started really looking to apply engineering to the medical field. And so, lo and behold, here she is as a biomedical engineering candidate at Virginia Commonwealth. Chloe faced challenges in dealing with people socially because she's very mature and very, very loving. So finding decent friends have always been difficult for her. I'm just really happy she's managed to find a few really good friends over the last few years, and she has a very good friend now. And I know that when she gets off to college, she's gonna find a lot of very, very wonderful people that are like her, and she'll be happy. Well, I always advocated for her not to care about what other people thought. Her mother is a strong advocate on being very considerate of others. And those seem like opposite things, but they balance her very well. They balance her very well. And when she feels like she's got her limit of BS, I know she's got a cutoff point. I feel very, very responsible for that cutoff point, and I'm happy she has it. I hope she learns to unleash it sooner on some people. But Chloe is a very solid citizen, and she's gonna be a formidable person in this world when she's out there. We almost didn't move to this town, or at least the first town we moved to, which was Danville. We were very, very worried about finding a suitable education for her, and didn't want her to end up learning some of the most bizarre and ignorant social educational skills that they have around here. But fortunately, she had us to fall back on, constantly addressing anytime her history books and her history teachers wanted to present true garbage. But that was a challenge. Now, we found Carlisle School, and although Carlisle School isn't the absolute greatest school we could find, around here it is. It's about the best they have around here. And the teachers are extremely nice. And for the most part, it was a very good school for her. Very small class sizes. The only thing that I didn't like was sometimes the curriculum could be a little conservative leaning, but we're not conservative leaning, so fortunately Chloe's not either.
My fondest memory of growing up with Chloe is watching movies with her, and I remember going to Cedar Point when I was younger, and she was just a baby at the time. I would describe Chloe's personality and character as soft-spoken. She's funny, and she likes to laugh, and she's a fun person to be around. So how I feel about Chloe's accomplishments in transitioning to college, I remember growing up with her, and I remember her, my mom would have her to lay on my chest, and she was sleeping, and she was still a baby at the time. And I remember watching movies with her, and as growing up, we would talk on our cell phones, our texts, have very little conversation. But as far as her growing up to graduating from high school, I think it is a little different because I remember her back when she was born, and for her to sleep on my stomach to, growing up. And now it's like the opposite. So it's like I'm seeing her grow up from a baby to being an adult now. And I think that she would have to, she's gonna take bigger steps and opening up a new chapter in her life as a college graduate. So hopefully to become a college graduate.
My fondest memory of growing up with Chloe is having to look after her, like having to babysit her, because she was always hilarious to me. Like she always did something that made me laugh or something, or like we would talk or whatever, or I'd sit there and talk to her and she'd just like stare at me with like these like big eyes, and it was just so cute. But like I don't know, I just like having fun with her. So I don't know, I liked when she was a baby. We always had fun. Just my fondest memories of her is just having fun with her in general. Just the entire time of her existence, we always had fun. So another fond memory is when me, Terry, and Miguel like when Miguel came up to visit, like before Chloe turned 1, like we were helping her walk, and like every day, and it was just like so funny and cute and just I don't know how to do this stuff, but yeah. and now we get to see her walk across the stage for graduation, like, so that's just amazing. I would describe her personality and character as like me: fabulous, smart, hilarious, phenomenal, amazing, talented, like, the huge, so. No, but she's really fun, and she's very quirky and very out of the box and creative and beautiful. So, yeah. What role has she played in my life and how she influences me? She plays a big role in my life. She encourages me to be better when I start to feel like, okay, I don't feel like it. Like, she makes me want to be like, okay, no, I can, because I have to pave the way. Like, I want to set the example for her. So, and the way she influences me, she just, she does a lot of things that make me be like, I want to be more like Chloe. I need to do that. I need to, she sets examples for me. So I feel like, we help each other in that way. Like, she gives and takes equally. So how do I feel about Chloe's accomplishments and her upcoming transition into college? I am very proud of her accomplishments and her transition into college. I'm very happy for her and what she wants to do for her future. Whatever she wants to do, I'm all for it because she's a genius. So I know she's gonna, she's gonna make a huge difference. So I'm very proud of her. I'm excited for her. I'm like very, very, very excited for her. So I'm ready for her to get out here in the world and, do it up.
Chloe's high school journey was marked by academic excellence, extracurricular achievements, and lasting friendships. Let's hear from Chloe herself as she reflects on her high school experiences.
So the highlight of my high school years, I'd say, was meeting Naomi and becoming friends with her, and some stuff like during senior year, like for homecoming, one of my classmates, like for our pep rally, we have to like get this van up on top of this hill, like this field in our school, and the seniors like jump out of it for like our pep rally. But one of my classmates got the truck like stuck at the bottom of the hill, and we had to get it like pulled out and everything. That was like the funniest moment, I guess. But yeah, I think the main one was meeting like a lot of my friends and just, I don't know, I think that's kind of it, yeah. How I balance like academics and my extracurriculars throughout school, they kind of went like hand in hand. Most of my extracurriculars were academic, so like NSBE or the National Society of Black Engineers, like they were mostly like academics based groups or whatever. And then for the Harvest Youth Board was mainly for like community service and everything. The only thing I'd say was a little bit harder to balance was like sports. So my freshman year, I played 3 sports. I played tennis, basketball, and golf. And that was a little bit harder to balance for me, just because I'm new into high school. I'm trying to learn like how like the coursework flow is there, and trying to balance the 3 sports that I'm playing. But I think it was definitely a struggle to balance them all, but I think most of them were so like close in like curriculum that it wasn't that hard to balance. I think that the most challenging moment was junior year. Like everyone says like junior year is like your hardest year, most stressful year. I definitely agree. It was, I say the hardest moment I had to overcome would be being spread too thin by like adults in my life. So like for NSBE, my director, she was really taking advantage of like the skills that I had, how well I pulled through for different events and like different things that she'd asked me, and her spreading me a little bit too thin by asking me to do a little bit too much while I'm trying to maintain like my high GPA and trying to prepare myself for like college applications in the fall and stuff like that. But I think what I did was I tried to start setting better boundaries with like for myself and for like other people and everything. And me setting boundaries is what really helped me like push through and make it through senior year. People that have had an impact on my life. I think my NSBE director definitely has an impact on my life. She really showed me like how far I could go, and like I could really do it if I put my mind to it and everything like that. Even though she stressed me a lot, she did really help me like realize that about myself. I'd say my science teacher, Miss Richardson, she really helped me. Just having someone to talk to and just feeling more comfortable like in my learning spaces, like I really enjoyed that and helped me feel like, you know, I don't have to be all like a hermit basically, like all quiet to myself and everything. My parents and everything for like giving me the reassurance that I needed to get through this, because it was stressful and I needed the reassurance. I've been begging for reassurance like all the time. And I think I apologize for forgetting anybody else, but like those were like the main people that I can think of right now off the top of my head that had like an impact on my life, or a really big impact on my life.
Graduation day is fast approaching, and Chloe is ready to spread her wings and embark on an exciting journey to college. But first, let's hear from Chloe's best friend, Naomi, who has been there through thick and thin, supporting Chloe every step of the way.
So how long have I known Chloe? I've known her for about 3 years. She was one of my only best friends in high school. She was the only person I could relate to. And why is our relationship, friendship so special? I mean, we've had a lot of weird moments for sure. But, you know, she's been that one person my mom could trust, her parents she could trust. I always came over to her house, would hang out. We would do whatever we wanted without anybody else judging us, basically. She's the only person I could be open up to, I guess you would say. And what qualities do I admire about Chloe? The best quality I would admire is the fact that she is so kind to others, and how smart she is, and how much confidence she's built up over the years. She's in touch with herself. She knows herself. She's very aware of everything. A little too aware sometimes, but it helps, and sometimes it just helps her overthink. But I think in all, she's just an amazing human being, amazing soul. One of the most memorable experiences I've had with Chloe, just one of the things I've always remembered, is the first time, me and her we've been talking through COVID. Like didn't really hang out as much, but during COVID we would FaceTime all the time. And the first time I went to her house, it was Halloween. And we had planned outfits together. We had Lilo and Stitch, but we were both Stitch, but pink and blue. And I still have the outfit, of course. But that was the first time I came over, and we went outside, we took pictures of the pumpkin. I remember this one photo where I had to cover up my toes, because I was not trying to have my toes on camera. But we came back and we ate dinner with her family, and that's when I remember her mom. She loves Murder, She Wrote. Always. She always watches it, every single day. But that was the first moments that I had like a home-cooked meal with her parents, which now I always do. And we came downstairs, and we were making TikToks, we were dancing, we were listening to music, we watched Coraline. But there was this memory where I was texting. I had this guy she liked, and he was my friend. But she had this guy that she liked, and he was on my private story. I posted something on my private story, and she immediately threw my phone across the room because she was terrified. She was over here rolling on the floor, we were laughing, we were giggling, but after a while, she just ignored it, it didn't matter. But, that night, we made a lot of TikToks, and one of the TikToks we had was our first actual hug together, where it was like a very genuine hug. She picked me up, but it was like a good hug, like something like a friendship kind of bonding hug. Because we took one take. The first take wasn't as memorable. It was like a kind of like, oh, funny hug. But the second one, it was more like we were actually hugging, like embracing the hug. You know what I mean? Like that was one of the moments that I cherish, and I still have the video to this day. But it's nice. What do I imagine Chloe's pictures from high school to college is, and what is my advice to her? So, Chloe right now in high school, our school is very small. It's very tiny, and there's a lot of white people. So she's not been able to expose herself to culture because she wants to know culture. She wants to know diversity. So, when she goes to college, she's gonna have all these black friends. She's gonna have all these boys surrounding her. She's gonna have all these people supporting her, no matter what she does. She's gonna have late nights with her friends. I'm not gonna lie, she's gonna drink a little bit, she's gonna smoke a little bit. I'm not even gonna lie. I know she is, just a little bit, not too much, because she's very reserved. She's gonna focus on her studies, but she also gonna have fun. But my advice to her is to be herself, because she's always compressed herself in high school. This is her one time to be open without anybody judging her or caring, honestly. And to stay on task, to do what you want to do. Don't let anybody pressure you to do anything else, basically. I think that's my advice. Chloe, don't do too much. That's it. That's all I got.
The fond memories of Chloe that I remember is that she was always dancing and singing, and she loved to watch her little cartoons, SpongeBob and Dora, and she wanted you to sit there and watch her sing and dance while she watched it. And if you didn't pay attention to her dancing, she would tap you on the shoulder and said, "You're not watching me," Yeah, so that was a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. I'm very proud of her, of what her accomplishment, and she worked real hard, and I'm very proud of her. To see the next chapter of what she's going to do, and hopefully when she go to college that she will continue to do well. Mm-hmm. Through her journey is to build up her confidence and to let her know that she's beautiful and she could do anything that she wants to do, and she shouldn't let anyone tell her that she can't do something, and don't let anyone tell her, try to body shame her, or to give her any negative energy.
The role that I have played in Chloe's life, from an educational standpoint, I would say would be 0. And that's because of the fact that we live so far apart. Chloe left when she was very young, maybe 10 years ago, 12 years ago. She left to move to Virginia. So I didn't really play much of a big role in that. I was always supportive with anything that Pam would send to us, you know, letting us know, hey, Chloe was in this, Chloe was in that, Chloe, you know, received, you know, some honors doing this and that, and always making sure that I, you know, reached out to her to congratulate her on that. I didn't reach out to her as much as I could have. I always responded back to her mother about it, but very proud of all of the accomplishments that she has done so far. Some of Chloe's unique talents and qualities. From quality perspective, Chloe is very a gentle, kind-hearted person. And how she responds, how we interact, and how I see how she interacts with other people. You know, everybody has two sides to them, but for the most part, she's very, very respectful in her responses back. I think she's a very caring and loving and giving friend to her friends. So I think she has that quality in her that I admire. Her talent standpoint, she's very talented with hair. She's creative like her sister. They're really good with the hair and with the nails, and she has pride in how she looks when she comes out. Just because you're not a size 4 or 10, you can still come out and look very classy and very attractive in how you present yourself out there in public. So I like that about her. Chloe has really, I think, grown and matured through her high school years. I think her mother putting her in these different situations, you know, pushing her to go into different types of activities has helped her to be well-rounded. She sees what happens when you're not prepared with things. She's learned to be more focused, better prepared. She understands the importance of, you know, knowing her subject and making sure that she's got everything all together. I was so much impressed by her when I seen her on TV being interviewed. She was very well spoken, she was very confident, and I think that having to be put in these different activities helped her to get to that point where she is confident in the way that she speaks and comprehends and learns. The aspirations that I have for her is to know the difference. You know the difference, the fact that the reality of college is just another 4 years of schooling, a continuation of high school, and knowing that you're going to college because you have to have that degree in order to get a decent job, but understand that just because you have that degree doesn't mean that you're going to be right out the door making $100,000 a year, that you may have to start down on the bottom. I wanted to have clear expectations of what a college education is, and that means that it's another level of making sure that you're managing your time, making sure that you're doing the things that you're supposed to do so that you can, you know, meet your deadlines for schooling, taking your studying and your preparing for tests and projects seriously, because in everything that you go through, it's always preparing you for the next level that you're going to go to the next step. So all her 4 years in high school, it has prepared her for her college. That's why she's gotten, you know, a lot of decent scholarships, and she's got a 4-year ride, and she didn't have to worry about working and going to school. She can focus on her 4 years. Now the 4 years in school, that's going to prepare her for when it's time for her to get a real job, and she's going to now have a job 9 to 5. And the job is not going to be a reflection of her college. They're two totally different things. When she goes to work, she's going to learn. She's going to be able to use the type of structure that she made for herself, she's going to be able to apply it to her career. She's going to know how to manage time. She's going to know how to manage projects. She's going to know how to deal with difficult people. She's going to know how important it is to make sure that you know what you're talking about and understand what you're talking about and communicating with people and being intelligent, because she is a reflection upon all women. She's a reflection for all black people, because when she's out there, she's representing both. Not to say that you focus on that, but she is a representation of that, and that's what people see. And if she's out there doing it, you know, kicking ass and taking names, being prepared, coming together, having a good personality, a good person that is easy to work with, then it opens the door for the next person to come in and take it up even higher. So what I want her to get from college is, you know, enjoy that experience, but be realistic about what it's all about. And learn as much as you can. And learning is not only just the book sense, but learning how to deal with people, learning how to choose your friends wisely, and just, you know, just learning as much as you can, because you're going to apply all those experiences to the next level in your life.
How would I describe Chloe's relationship with her immediate family members? Chloe's relationship with her immediate family members, I would say it's good. There's been no major known issues that I'm aware of. She's done everything that she's been asked to do. She's been the model kid. And the only issues that I've heard on a lighter note was from her mom. She gets mad at Chloe at times because she keeps her room junky. She complains about how she keeps the room and bathroom junky, but hey, that's typical teenage stuff. And if that's the only issue that Chloe has, and she's doing a great job. I think her relationship with all of us has been great, and we love her to death. Significant milestones and achievement that stands out. Of course, obviously, the graduating from high school, getting all those scholarships. I mean, that's an achievement right there, and being accepted to college. That she's done a hell of a job. The advice that I would give Chloe as she moves to the next phase of her life is to just enjoy the process, enjoy this moment. When you go to college, it's going to be the most fun part of your life. And I'd say work hard and play hard. I envision Chloe's making an impact on the world in the future. I'd say by going far in her career, whatever career that she chooses to go on. I think she's going to be successful. I think she's going to contribute to society and impact the world and her family and the people.
Chloe's talents or unique abilities are that she is smart, she's very kind, she's observant, she knows what she wants and she goes after it. So I would say she's a true go-getter, and highly academically sound and achieves great things, but still maintains a humble attitude. Chloe, when I first met her, was just a few years ago. But she obviously was just younger. But I've seen her develop into a wonderful young lady who is ready for college and ready to achieve all of the goals that she has set for herself. The aspirations that I have for Chloe are to just be the successful woman that she desires to be. I want to see her achieve all of her goals and dreams, and also to know that her family is here to support her. And whenever she has a moment where she thinks that she may need that help, not to be afraid to reach out and to ask for it.
My favorite memory of Chloe would be me spending the night at her house and hanging out in her backyard. I remember playing in the sprinklers, like back outside her house. And then when we spent the night, I remember watching Coraline over there. And like, there would be parties at our old house too in Toledo. Chloe has inspired me. When I see her doing a lot of STEM stuff, it's kind of inspired me to want to do other stuff, like get involved with my school, or like get involved with other extracurricular activities as well. A memorable experience that I've had with Chloe my first one would probably be back at her old house, like I said before, and I used to spend the night when we watched Coraline over there. And my second one would actually be when we came in, or actually no, it would be the wedding. Our wedding was memorable when we got to spend the night together in a hotel with Tiara, and we were playing, it was me and Kayla, and we were all playing Ding Dong Ditch around the hotel. And then my third one would be when we were over here in 2021 over the summer, and we spent the night over here. What I admire the most is seeing her do, like I said before, like the STEM stuff she does and like the robotics stuff she did, and traveling around with her robotics team. And the reason why is because I don't really like doing STEM and stuff, and a lot of Black people need to be in STEM. So it's inspiring seeing her do that.
My favorite memory of Chloe was when we were at the hotel at our dad's wedding, and we ding-dong ditched people through the hotel doors. She inspired me because she's a very productive person. She likes to do, or did, a lot of activities like karate, basketball, tennis, I think. Yeah, she does a lot of stuff. She's very productive. A fun experience with Chloe was when we were at Aunt Cindy's house playing with the ball with Grace and Heaven in the backyard. What I admire most about Chloe is that she does a lot of stuff, a lot of activities, like how productive she is, like how she has a lot of things or activities to do in her life.
Tonight, I'm gonna hit myself a real good time. I feel like and the world turning inside out. Yeah, floating while so don't stop me now. Don't stop me, 'cause I'm having a good time, having a good time. When she was skying into the sky, like the tiger, defying the laws of gravity. I'm a wizard car passing by, a letting the drive off. I'm gonna go, go, go. There's a star in me, a burning through the sky. Yeah, 300 degrees, the stars are gone. It's a Fahrenheit. I try to speed a lie. Wanna make a suicide man in you. Don't stop me now. I'm having such a good time. We're having a ball. If you wanna have a good time, just give me a call. Don't stop me, 'cause I'm having a good time. Don't stop me, 'cause I'm having a good time. Don't wanna stop it. I'm a walking shit. I'm on my way to the conclusion. I'm a satellite. I'm out of control. I was so much in there. Baby, oh Lord, find it all around. Oh, the world explode. I went into the sky. Yeah, 300 degrees is so tough. It's a favorite time. I tried all to see my life. I'm a suicide man in you. No stop me, no stop me, no stop me. Don't stop me, no stop me. Woo-hoo. I like it. Have a good time, don't stop me, don't stop me. Alright, alright. I'm burning through the sky, yeah. 300 degrees, this wasn't just a favorite time. I try to see my life, oh, suicide, finding you out. Stop me now, I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. If you wanna have a good time, Just give me a card. Don't stop me 'cause I'm having a good time. Don't stop me 'cause I'm having a good time. But I won't stop at all. Da 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 da.
My favorite memory of Chloe was that when myself, Terry, and Tiara, which is her siblings, we taught her how to walk before her first birthday. I came up there during the summer. That was like, I was probably in middle school or so, and Marvin and Pam was actually at work, and I was at my Aunt Martha's house, and I was like trying to teach. I said, Terry, come on, let's show Chloe how to walk. But Chloe was so stubborn, but we got her there. We got her there, and from us helping her walk, take her first step, and by seeing her walk across the stage, that really like something special. That's my fine memory of her, for sure. How Chloe has inspired me of my own goals and aspiration is that she reminds me of myself when I graduated from high school, going into college. She has that driven, that goal of that energy of wanting to do more. And by me, at the age that I am now, I realized like, hey man, I need to continue to keep that same energy and keep moving the same way as as I was when I graduated from high school, because age is nothing but a number. You gotta learn as much as you can as you continue to go on in life, because the world has been forever changing. We got AI, we got all these other technology, but the more that you have more skill set, the more valuable you are, and it makes it more harder for you to be replaceable. The memory I have with Chloe is right now as I'm making this documentary off of her, and just sitting down and talking to her, and it's a different level of talk. I don't have any children at this time. Just kind of sitting down and talking with her and seeing her goals of life, and really getting to know her as a woman, not a child. That's my fun. I admire that she's different. Not many black women nowadays are like Chloe. She actually has a head on her shoulder. She's different. Like, what I mean by different, she's not out there trying to fit in. She's just being herself. She's being humble and being quiet, and she's staying focused, and she's not letting, from what I can see, she's not letting anyone trip her up. She's continuing to do what she wants, what she needs to do.
Chloe Taylor's journey has been one of inspiration, hard work, and the unwavering support of her family and friends. As she sets foot into the next chapter of her life, we can only imagine the incredible things she will achieve. Join us as we bid farewell to Chloe and wish her the very best in all her future endeavors.